So show me your situation, please. And you can
Um,
have like 3 minutes for speaking if your ideas are many, right? Let's go.
my situation is knowledge is an important thing to people to have it, and those people who have a lot of knowledge on many topics are considered to be highly knowledgeable, and I think they spend a lot of time to learning um the new information and making them brain is so smart. And on the other hand, there are some people who like significant knowledge are considered to uh to become a badly knowledgeable. Um, they they haven't they haven't spent the time or used their free time to educate and learn the more knowledge, uh, leaving them with the limited understanding and at the that's all.
All right, it's much better, John. Nhưng mà có một cái, okay, there's one thing about your English, that is grammar. Grammar, you have to be careful with grammar, especially ma grammar. And here, okay, please remember sub ma, right? Verb up and then a main verb and an object here. So let's practice this structure in our speaking today. This is called certificate, certified, valid. So let's talk about contract, the word that we have studied many months ago. All right, now we need to use this word document, the second word, paperwork, the third word today, all right? And the topic here is why, okay? Why do we need to study or work? Very simple topic, right? What do we need to study or work? So when it comes to simple topic, it's gonna require the speakers to be creative. If you are not creative when it comes to these kinds of simple topic, you will find yourself hard to answer because you feel like you don't have any ideas, and you have to ask for time for you to prepare ideas. So here we have to learn to speak without time for us to prepare, right? Let's go. Okay, so Lachi, valid, certified. I need you to practice this grammar together with me. Okay, so here is my case. Lots of teachers. Oh, here goes my situation. 55 seconds and 1 minute. Every teacher needs to have degrees in order for them to be able to teach legally. In Vietnam, we don't have a license for teachers. In Vietnam, we just need teachers to dress well, to fake the look of professional person. And that is all they ask for teachers in Vietnam. Vietnamese teachers who do not have enough certificates will pretend to look smart or to look professional by their outfit and by their confidence in speaking. Teachers who do not have degrees tend to invest in clothes and outfits. They are gonna buy clothes which make them look professional. They are gonna invest in again in the outfits which make them look like an expert in their chosen field, which is English teaching. And for some teachers, they will train themselves to speak confidently, because in Vietnam we have a very popular common saying, which is you just need to be confident, and people are gonna be ready to put money in your hands. So confidence will help you to get money. It's not knowledge. So that is what Vietnamese people think of knowledge these days. Here, certificates cannot be as valid as a degree, because a certificate is a kind of paper which is produced by school or by centers. But when it comes to the degrees, it is okay. The degrees are produced by a national organization or international organization. So we need to have degrees. We cannot have certificates. For example, you study IELTS, but then you receive a certificate with my red seal. Is not legal, because this kind of certificate can only be used in my office. This kind of certificate cannot be used in international countries. So you have to be careful when it comes to certificates and degrees like this. So I have just spent 3 minutes on speaking, and now it's your turn, Gracie. And Gracie, you have to be careful, suburb up, okay? You see this? This is the first sentence, and then you have a small thing in the middle of the sentence. So my part is gonna separate the sentence into two pieces. The first piece is a main subject, and the second piece is a main action verb, right? Let's go, Gracie. You have 3 minutes or 1 minute and 55 seconds. It depends on you. Let's start, Gracie. Let's go.
My situation is Mary that teach at the local school is beloved by all of her students. Her students that are in her class know they can count on her to support them and help them to succeed. Every morning, Mary arrive at the school early to make sure that the classroom is ready for her student. And Mary also that assure there plenty of supply like pencil, paper, books, and available for the student to use. That's all.
Very good. Your case is very simple, but it's okay because you have used all the words that I have given you is okay. Let's go. Agree. Trời. Here, the second page for us. Agreement. And then we have the word like agreeable. And this agreeable. You agree with somebody on something. Please remember, agree with somebody on something, not about something, Agree with somebody on something. Or people are going to say, come to a final agreement. That or not that, it depends on you. That's something is going to happen, for example. So let's start. Okay. Whenever we work, we need to have an agreement, right? It can be a verbal agreement or a written agreement. Here we have the word like this, verbal agreement or written agreement. A verbal agreement means you only use your mouth to discuss and to say yes to people, to confirm to people that you agree to do something with them. So that is verbal agreement. Like I express my feelings verbally, which means I use my speaking skill to describe my feelings to you. So that is express something verbally. Written agreement is paper, pace is paper based. For example, you want to have a written agreement from the boss because you want to hold a contract in your hand. So here, if you want to have a contract, you should prepare a written contract. And this written contract is gonna be like an agreement between you and your boss, and he will understand that these are the terms he need to serve if he wants you to work for him. Here I use the word serve. So here let's go with the word serve, and let's go with the word written agreement and verbal agreement in this situation. So okay, let's listen. I'm gonna give you a situation for serve because this situation is very long. I need to divide the situation into two pieces. This is the first piece. Okay, let's do it again. I serve many people in my life, and why do I like serving? I don't think I like serving, but I think I grow harder and bigger from my service. We learn a lot from people's mistakes, and we learn a lot from ourselves when we try to serve other people in the right way or in the wrong way. Both ways are useful for our growth and developments. And before I work, I need to have a formal agreement between me, okay, and another person. If we don't have an agreement, we cannot serve each other, and we will find ourselves in conflicts. And when conflicts arise, we cannot settle the conflicts. We cannot find a solution to the conflicts. And when conflicts keep occurring and you don't have a proper or an effective solution, you are gonna lose each other. You are gonna lose your partner just because of conflicts. That is why people need to have agreements. An agreement can be made in verbal forms or written forms. Verbal forms are applied for people who want jobs to be done quickly and neatly. For example, you are a taxi driver. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to write much. You only know how to sign your name. And in this case, the boss of the taxi company, okay, is gonna have a contract with you. And this kind of contract is called a verbal agreement. And this verbal agreement is held inside a room. You are gonna sit here and he is gonna sit in front of you, and both of you are gonna talk about, okay, things that you want to have and the salaries that you want to get at the end of the month. And then, okay, he signs a verbal agreement by saying yes to you. When he confirms to you, okay, it means that you have got yourself a verbal agreement. If you know how to read, you know how to write, because you are not illiterate, you will get yourself a written agreement. A written agreement is paper-based document. People are gonna print the contract out, and you have, okay, the paper-based contracts in hand. You can flip the pages in order for you to scan the information. So that is written agreement. And people love to use written agreement because it's safe for them and they can keep the document at home. If you don't know how to read, if you are illiterate, you are gonna prefer verbal agreement, but you need to use your phone to record the meeting in which you and your boss are discussing the matters in the contract, right? So here that is verbal agreement, and the next one is written agreement. In my case, I have given you the words like conflict, sự xung đột. The next one, that is what arise, xảy ra, occur, xảy ra, happen, nhưng mà happen là xảy ra theo kiểu tai nạn. Thường thì happens người ta sẽ dùng cho xảy ra với ai, là to me hay to you hoặc là to her, for example, xảy ra với cô ấy. Okay, arise, xảy ra. Occur thì nó đi một mình được, occur nó đi bất cứ cái gì cũng được hết. Cho nên thì cái từ arise thì nó chỉ đi chung với những cái việc mà tai nạn thôi. Còn arise thì nó không có liên quan gì đến cái sự mà tăng trưởng. Ở đây chỉ bình thường là xảy ra thôi. Như vậy hai từ này, từ nào dùng cũng được. Đặc biệt từ happen chỉ dùng cho tai nạn mà thôi. Nói về xung đột xảy ra mà mình không có cách mà mình để mà mình settle cái xung đột, settle the conflicts. Đây là cái từ mình dùng. Khi mà mình settle the conflicts có nghĩa là mình giải quyết cái xung đột đó. Mình không có cách để mình giải quyết. Cái từ settle hay đi chung với từ conflicts, mà từ giải quyết chính thống của nó thì mình lại có một cái từ rất là hay, thì gọi là từ solve trong tiếng Anh. Solve, okay, solve. Ở đây solve, okay, wait, I have this word, solve, mình giải quyết. Hoặc là người ta hay dùng cái từ gọi là tìm phương án giải quyết, find a solution to something, hoặc là tiến đến cái phương án giải quyết cuối cùng, giống như hai bên bàn bạc á, mình discuss, sau đó mình đến cái phương án giải quyết cuối cùng, come to a solution, okay, come to a solution to something, phương án giải quyết cái gì đó, thì cái từ solution nó sẽ đi chung với giới từ to. Alright, so let's start. Và bây giờ mình nhìn lại cái này và mình làm như thế nào mình phải sử dụng được hết toàn bộ từ vựng nha. Đặc biệt là cái từ phục vụ, mình phục vụ người ta, nghe mình làm việc cho người ta. Thay vì mình nói là work for đi, và làm việc cho ai đó, thì lúc này mình sẽ dùng cái từ phục vụ, nó sẽ nghe hay hơn, và nó nghe nó có vẻ như có sự đầu tư hơn. Và khi mình phục vụ, như mình làm việc cho là mình phục vụ rồi. Cái từ dịch vụ trong tiếng Anh thì mình đang có chữ dịch vụ là chữ service. Alright, service. Let's start. So here 55 seconds for you to prepare.
My situation is the team at the company work hard to serve
To serve.
to serve their clients to the best of their abilities. They know it was important to come to an agreement with their partner on the terms of their contract. And after several rounds of the two sides were finally able to become a final agreement. That part,
What?
the two sides were finally able to come a final agreement. Is agreeable.
Yes. The two sides finally come to an agreement is available. Cái đó là em đang nối giữa nguyên một câu mà với cái am is are là sai đấy nha. Em đọc lại câu của em sẽ cảm nhận được. The two sides come to an agreement is agreeable. Nhìn là biết nghe sai đúng không? Bây giờ mình thử đánh ra nè. Mình thử đánh cái máy ra nha. The two sides come to an agreement is agreeable. Đâu có cái lúc nào mà trong tiếng Anh mà chủ động vị rồi tự nhiên cái chủ động vị nè, rồi cái từ is là động từ to be nè, rồi lại còn phải tính từ cuối câu đâu, đúng không? Không bao giờ có. Cái này là tiếng Việt đó, tiếng Việt nó hay bị nối như vậy. Như vậy thay vì đó thì hãy nhớ chủ động vị mà muốn có một cái động từ riêng, tại vì to be cũng là một dạng động từ trong tiếng Anh. Trong tiếng Anh có hai dạng thôi. Dạng thứ nhất là hành động, và thứ hai là to be. Thì mình cứ nhớ là sử dụng cái động từ mà, cái từ mà. Rồi sau đó mình muốn bao nhiêu cái vị ngữ động từ cũng được. So how do you fix this sentence, John? How do you fix this sentence? Can you fix your sentence, please? Như vậy giờ em chỉnh lại cái câu của em như thế nào?
The two sides that finally able to come a final agreement. No, the two sides were finally able to come a final agreement that is agreeable.
Như vậy em đang muốn dùng từ agreeable cho chữ agreement. Như là the two sides, khi mà nói trong tiếng Anh thì hãy cẩn thận thì quá khứ nha. Quá khứ, muốn dùng quá khứ thì phải có chứng cứ. Chứng cứ ở đây có nghĩa là phải có những cái từ nói về thời gian và địa điểm. Ở đây không có một cái từ nào nói về thời gian địa điểm, không có last, cũng không có ago, cũng không có yesterday. Thì không bao giờ mà dùng quá khứ được. Tất cả phải dùng hiện tại, khi đó hết là an toàn nhất nha. Như vậy cái câu của em đang muốn dùng từ agreeable cho từ agreement có nghĩa là cái sự thỏa hiệp này nó có thể được đồng ý bởi đôi bên, nó có thể được vừa lòng bởi đôi bên. Thì ok, cẩn thận khi dùng cái cấu trúc mà nha. Bây giờ mình sẽ thực hành cấu trúc mà càng nhiều càng tốt. Right now please log out of the Zoom and double check your Zalo for the second link. Gracie.